last night in London. It's been a month of amazing experiences, and I have loved every second of it. So tonight I thought I would share with you just a few stories, a few likes, dislikes that people from Murray State have had while they were here, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for staying with me. I'm Rebecca Virgo from Murray State. I'm a senior. I'm in the Craig Bryan area. I don't know if I really pinpoint what I like the most because honestly, almost everything was fantastic. It was pretty much an incredible experience. Like I was telling everybody when I was riding home or calling people, I was always telling them like, this should be a requirement. Everybody needs to study abroad. It's so fantastic. But probably like one of the best things is the field trips. Like you have your classes, but then you also have your field trips where you go out and you apply what you learn and you see it and experience it, which is just so much better than the normal classroom setting and the normal classroom learning.
Hi, I'm Kayla Reno. I'm a senior at Murray State University and I'm a history major. I came to London because I wanted to study literature and I've loved every part of what I've been through. My favorite part here in London was being able to travel on the weekends. We got to go to Scotland and to Paris, and we even spent a day in Bath. And it was really amazing getting to see the different places and not just staying in England.
My name is Mary Moffett. I'm a senior liberal arts major at Murray State University. And my most favorite part of the program would just be having the options of going on the optional trips. I went to Paris and it was wonderful. I loved it.
I don't know if it's possible for me to pick just one part about this trip that was my favorite. I certainly loved being able to go to all the historic places. Stonehenge definitely was amazing, and Scotland was one of the best experiences ever. But I don't think I could really pick just one thing that was my favorite. I think just everything that I was able to see and do, things that I couldn't have done any other time or any other place. There were a few things that kind of like concerned us all, food being one. Another was the fact that we were in class for so much. Like, if you had one class, you're stuck in class for a day for like 3 or 4 hours, and that took up a good portion of your day. If you're in 2 classes, you're stuck the whole day, and sometimes your field trips last the entire day and goes back till 2, and it really sucks because you lose a lot of things that you could be doing. Feels like you're wasting time stuck in a classroom when you could be outside experiencing this new world. So that's one of the things I probably would like to change a little bit, but I don't know how they would do it.
But my least favorite part was probably that we didn't get enough time to travel. I know that I said that we traveled on the weekends, but a lot of them were planned, and so we didn't have enough time to see really London itself and not just the country around it. I think my least favorite part of the trip would have to be the food. It wasn't quite what I expected. I think they meant to make it more American, but it didn't quite work out that way. But overall, we found this little place down at the O2 Center where you could get food for really cheap, and it ended up being a lot of fun and one of our favorite hangout spots of the trip.
And I think my least favorite part had to have been the food here. Food needs a little bit of work. It's kind of hard to describe. We're very short on choices of food, and if you picked one choice, you couldn't get something else, so it's kind of difficult that way.
The only thing that I had a problem with while I was here was the food. And many people have had the same reactions, only mine is just a little bit different. My problem with the food is that I have several food allergies, so it makes it really difficult for me anyway to be able to find foods that I can eat. And with being in a foreign country, it's really, really frustrating sometimes when the free food that you're getting, you can't eat because you have allergies. And that was really my only concern, because I had a really hard time trying to, provide food for myself. I wound up eating out a lot more than I probably, should have, just because the food, it wasn't fitting my allergy needs.
Definitely going to do this again. But I would definitely do it again, no matter what it costs to do it. It was the most amazing experience that I've had this summer.
I would do this again, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I loved it. Yeah, I would really do this again just because it's such a different culture.
If there's any way for me to do this sort of program again, I definitely want to do it. I mean, there are so many places in the world that are so rich in history and everything, and it's just like, I want to see those places. And by studying abroad, you can actually get that. You can get the experience. You can go to places that you would never be able to go to for much cheaper, and you get to study while you're there, which is even more fun. I hope that you've enjoyed experiencing London with me. From transportation to food to weekend trips, it's been an amazing ride, and I'm very, very happy that you guys were able to share that with me, and I hope that you've really enjoyed your experience as much as I have.